In our last video, I gave instructions for downloading an app necessary for following along with these lessons. If you missed that, I'll put a link right up here. The app doesn't cost anything, and it is a great tool for working with your voice. The other option is to hire a vocal coach. Although better, not all of us can afford that option. If you followed along and you're on an Android device, then your app should look like mine right here. The benefit of that is so that you can quickly make a comparison between what you see on your smartphone and what I show you. And just a reminder, if you don't use earbuds or headphones, the sound from your speakers will show up on your screen. You only want what you are singing to show up on your screen. Now, let's start on C and start building the scale. We're going to use an ah sound for now. We want to do two things here. First, we want to make sure that we're singing the pitches of the scale correctly. The voice has to move a correct distance for each note, otherwise our voice will be moving off key. Second, we want to memorize those correct distances so they become automatic. Let's start with C to D. That's just one tone or a step apart. And so we blow C. Ah, ah. Don't slide your voice. Ah. Make the notes distinct. Ah, ah. Later you can speed it up a little. Ah, 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 ah. But for now, I want you to be accurate. When you have that mastered, move to C, D, E, and each of these are all one step apart. Ah, 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 ah. And so what you want to do is you want to watch that yellow line and make sure that you're staying on the pitch. When we add F, we're going to find that we only move our voices half as far as we did for each of the first three notes. Ah, 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 ah. I want you to notice there that you have just a smaller amount going from E to F than you had from C to D or from D to E. And what we are doing now is we're building a scale and we're learning that our voice doesn't always move exactly the same distance. Now, if we don't make that smaller movement, it's going to sound like this. Ah, 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 ah. That doesn't sound right, does it? Make sure your pitch is coming out on the correct lines. Ah, 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 ah. The next note in the scale is a G, and it moves up a full tone or a full step. Ah, 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 ah. Make sure those are coming out exactly where you want them to be. The next note is A, which is another full tone or step. Ah, 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 ah. Then we come to B, which is another full tone or step. Ah, 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 ah. Ah, 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 ah. Then we're going to go up to C, which is back where we started in the octave. Ah, ah, ah. But you're going to find that it's just a semitone or a half step above B. Ah, 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 Sorry, I got something in my throat there. Now, let's sing the scale up and down, watching the monitor to make sure we're hitting the pitches accurately. ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Now you notice here that when I went for that A, it came out a little bit off. We're checking our distances that our voice is moving, and we're trying to hit the pitches as correctly as we can. You don't want your muscle memory to be inaccurate. We might also say we're tuning our ears to hear the music correctly. It may seem boring, but doing a lot of things well involve repetition so we perform correctly. A golf swing is a great example of that. A really good golfer is going to develop muscle memory by doing the swing correctly over and over again, so when they get out on the course, it becomes automatic. The same is true with baseball. Now, to change it up a little bit, let's move our key down to B flat. So we go to the settings, and in the settings, we're going to scroll down, and we will find the scale, and it says C major. Tap on C major, and we're going to need to scroll down here to B flat major. Make sure you hit major. Okay, now we're in the right place. When you come back out, you'll find your lines have all moved. Cyan is now on B flat, whereas it was on C. Pink is on D, orange is on F, but more importantly, all of the notes in your scale are going to be on a line. So we get our pitch of B flat. Ah, ah. We're going to need to take that down an octave, and we sing the scale again. Okay, hit hold there and see what that looks like. Did you do pretty good? Did you get your that yellow line to center out on the notes that you wanted? Let's go down with the scale. And so we look at each of those, and if we're centering out on the lines, then we have what we wanted. When you get good at the relationships of the notes on the graph that you're looking at, you won't even have to change the scale colors in the settings. But for now, it'll be a good tool for developing your accuracy. Keep working on this exercise. The scale is the foundation of music, and no one sings well who cannot sing a scale. When you have a good feel for the scale, then move on to the next video. But I want you to return to this exercise frequently to improve your pitch and muscle memory. It will give you the accuracy that you need over time.